Next part of the project involved this rack, protective rack in the front, which has this tab. It's not that useful because if you want to connect a trailer, I could put a ball, but I prefer to have a hitch connection. And then, if you remember well, this is the weight I did for my snow plow on the UTV. I like to fit that. It's pretty much 250 pounds on the front of it, because sometimes with the implement in the back it's a little bit light on the front end. So that's my goal here. Quick update. So I cut an opening. Oh, let me remove that. I cut an opening in the bottom of this, so it stands pretty much at the bottom of this angle iron. Angle iron is not that stable in the way that it's not a closed profile, it's an open profile, and it does twist a lot. So putting only and relying only on that angle iron, it could flex like this. I don't want that. To avoid that, I added a 1.5 by 1.5 tube, square tube, linking to the top one, and it's very close to the bolts. So that should provide enough strength to that receiver. So I did drill the hole. As usual, I did the mistake of drilling 5/8. Shall be a little bit bigger than that. Shall get a drill bit that is just slightly over that because it's very stiff. Reason for that kind of receiver is also to use this type of clevis mechanism. In the past I used this one on the 3-point hitch on the other tractor to lift the front end of this, so I'm going to make one out of a single tab, so I can lift the front end of it and carry this machine if there's anything wrong with that, which happened in the past, where I have this radiator hose to break on me right in the middle of the woods. You always need to expect the unexpected with those machines. I mean, they are very reliable, but after 60 years there might be a few problems happening here and then. So I'll do the full weld and I'll paint it black. I prefer it black than range. Just my preference. Okay, this is it for today. The steering or front axle is now well tuned. New bushings, new tie rods, and ball joints. This support that I built, that should be fitting that kind of stuff. Like that. What I'm going to do now is to try to put the counterweight. Oops. Voila, this is it for today on that specific project. By the way, if you're wondering what is this shiny stuff, so I put shoe glue as a tile to fill up the big cracks that there were in the tires. Hopefully if I can prolong them by 15, 20, if not more years, why not? Doesn't cost much to try that. So actually I took a much bigger tube than this one. I heated the content a little bit so it flows very well, and I fill the cracks directly from the tube. I did both tires. We'll see what it does. Next is going to be starting this machine and then sending the machine outside. Stay tuned for that. You'll see how tight a turn this machine can do. See you in the next video. Thanks.